Good evening, one. Good evening, all. I hope you're well. It's 6 o'clock and you are looking at a world launch of a brand new one-day special from a brand new brand, Just In Case. It sums it all up just in that. Just in case you need a card for him, just in case you need a card for her, just in case you need to finish that scrapbook page. As I said, it is a world launch, and all of those dies that you saw as I meandered down fit into cases like this. All of those dies, that is my entire counter. So all that you are seeing there is every single one of these dies. Every single one of these dies also has a free downloadable sheet that you can use time and time again, which will appear on your account when you log in to the website. So log into your account like you normally would. It will be there once you've purchased them. And whichever one you purchase, that will be there. If you're going for the complete collection, that will be there as well. But before we go any further, 8, 9, 10. I think it's been 9 or 10 years I've been waiting to introduce this lady live on the telly. It really is. It feels a little bit weird for myself to say this. I was a little floor manager the first time we met, and now I'm standing right next to her watching her make beautiful cards. It is the one and only the legend, and she really is very talented at what she does. It's a lovely Mel Heaton. How are you, love?
I'm really excited, Adam.
This is
just like
a little
so
dream.
Lovely. Yeah, it is. Thank you, everybody. It's lovely to be here. It's the first one-day special. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but it's really, really exciting to be able to bring you a new brand with this lovely man here. Is an absolute privilege. It's going to be so much fun tonight and all day tomorrow.
Well, it's not. I mean, let's go through. It is a world launch. It's a brand new brand.
Yes.
So what is the concept behind Just In Case?
So Stephanie is heads up Highlight Crafts with her lovely husband Carl. It's a brand new company. We launched last May, and it includes the brand of 2 Red Robins. But as Stephanie said, I've got another brand in me yet before I retire. Well, this is brand 2 already. And we wanted to bring you something that was a really affordable price. It's with our what we call our Swift technology. So all the images that you're seeing are on one die. Each pack just has one die, and so you don't lose them. And we said, you know, just in case you need to make a card for a dog lover, just in case you want to make an Easter card with bunnies on, just in case you're doing a scrapbook page of your little girl's bunnies and you want to add embellishments on, just in case you want to do an under the sea scene. And then on top of that, we wanted to give you, to bring you the storage which you can add into your basket so that they're CD cases, and when you get them home you pop your die into the CD case. They have a little title that goes down the side, and you can put them on your shelf in order if you like, or alphabetical order, or however you like. Just in case someone asks you to make a card for a little cowboy and Indian, you've got something. It's fabulous, and it's a really, really cool concept. Now you can choose any 4, but you're only paying for 3. Which is great value for money. It
really is, and considering we're on Flextravaganza as well, £29.97, you can now split the cost of that into 2 already. It's not meant to be on, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, you know me, I say it as it is, and if I get told off, I get told off, I couldn't care less. But this here is not meant to be on flexible payments. Normally I would say you can choose any 4 now for £29.97, and that's normally where I would stop. But now, because of Flextravaganza, you can split the cost into 2. So this is not actually £29.97. It's not. It's now on 2 flexible payments that you are looking at to choose any 4 from the collection I've already seen. But if you do want every single die that you've seen in front of me already, I've got an even better price for you. Okay, so 904078 is the entire counter that you've just seen. All those beautiful dies that you've seen again. £127.34. I will make that better again. £114.61 with a massive saving of £42.73. Let's make that even better. 3 flexible payments on this of £38.20 today will get you everything that you see here. After that first payment is taken, we'll send everything to you, and you can start making to sell. You can start making those cards. You can start selling those cards. But what you're also going to need is you may want the storage, and as you've got 3 flexible payments, you might as well throw in the storage cases as well. Now, they come in a pack of 10, but there are 21 dies. Now, I know what you're thinking because we all thought the same. Well, there's 21 dies. You get 2 of these, that's 20 cases. Okay, I'm with you already. No. Everyone will have its own, but obviously your alphabet and upper and lower case, you might as well put them in one because that's your alphabet. What's the point of splitting them up? So your alphabets are then all in one. You're good to go with that. So you'll get 2 of these, $9.99. Choose any 4 is your one-day special. But why go for that? Because you're going to want every single one of these. You're going to want all of them together. Throw in the cases as well at $9.99. So that'll be £20 for your cases, plus that complete collection on 3 interest-free flexible payments, and you are good to go. Now, as Mel was saying, the dies themselves come on this entire plate, because sometimes we're used to the dies being single dies. I like this concept because I'm not going to lose them.
Absolutely, because when you've got I mean, the mermaids are a nice size, but the little coral or the seaweed are quite small.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be losing those. When you clean your desk and you wipe off all the bits of card, you don't want those going in the bin. So we put them all on one plate, which means one pass through your die cutting machine and you're ready to go. They do come with what we call a sheet of reflections, and that's the coloured artwork. So you don't have to sit there and colour them in if you don't want to. You can, by all means, because you've got all those beautiful detail lines in there to show you where the actual different areas of the image are, but the coloured artwork makes it really quick and simple to make cards. If you're one of those people that makes and sells for charity, this is absolutely fabulous because you can just make lots and lots of different cards, just bring in some extra card, maybe get the backing papers in there as well, and just sit there and be really, really, really creative with it.
I love this. I genuinely love this concept because you've got everything you need. This is the unicorns that we're looking at the moment, but you can go for all those colours. So get the little ones involved and get them colouring that you want to do that. Or you then cut out your sort of inspiration sheet if you want to go for, and you can use these, I'm guessing, time and time again.
Yes. And if you do want to colour them, you absolutely can. So you can take the colours that we've put on the reflections and use something like your alcohol markers, or if you cut it out of watercolour card, use your watercolour paints or your pens. It's just great fun. But to get all the little hearts in there, so everything that you need to make a card with fairies on.
I absolutely adore. Right then, I'm going to speed because I have got a whole counter to whiz down before 21 dies as we've got it down through. Yeah, if I spend a minute on each one, that's 21 minutes already gone into a show. So we're going to speed this up. So I love what you get. So these are your cats that you've got. Then obviously you've got your dogs. I love the cuteness of the dogs.
Oh, they're lovely, with the little toys in there as well, and the dog bowl and the little bones, and different ways that they're, you know, the characters in different poses. It's just super, super cute.
From there, you've then got rabbits. Think scrapbook pages. Think albums that you're going to be using with these. This is going to cover anything and everything. And remember, you're buying into a brand that's only going to grow. This is a world launch. And obviously, we can't bring you everything all at once. But what you've got for this one is you've got a starting block. You're on a stepping stone of a journey that is going to be absolutely beautiful and amazing. And it gives you quick and simple cards that you can use time and time again. £29.97 is going to give you 4 of these that you're looking at the moment, or you can go for all 21 dies, and already 10% of that big collection now has already gone. We go from fish, we go to dinosaurs, so it's for him, it's for her, it's for the boys, it's for the girls that you've got. But I remember, you've got those inspiration sheets as well. They're not inspiration sheets, we call them
reflections.
Reflection sheets. So you've got the reflection sheets that's over there. They will be in your account under downloads. I love this one. Genuine. I'm thinking mobiles and things like that you've got with these now.
And we also have sticker sheets, Adam, on the show, printable sticker sheets. So you can print them in your regular printer onto a sticker sheet and then use the die to cut them out and create stickers, which is super cool. Water bottles, lunch boxes, mirrors, you know, all those different things that we collect, get inexpensive picture frames and put stickers on the frames. The children are going to absolutely love these.
Well, they really will. And as we saw, imagine printing them on printable calico and things like that, and then start colouring them in and doing them that way if you want to do. Scene builders. I love a scene builder card. I'm a big fan of a scene builder card. You've got the scene builder cards in there. Not only have you got the scene builders, you've also got the animals then to go with them. So you've got the ducks and the chickens to go there. From there, though, maybe you don't want to go down the farm. Maybe you want to go into the jungle. We've also got the jungle option. So you've got that sloth. But that is a ready-made card. Get well soon. And note just to say that you've got from there, we then move on to your giraffes. Look at your giraffes that you got. So you got Mum, Dad, Mother's Day, Father's Day, newborn baby cards that you've got in these. So you've got your giraffes in there. Then you're thinking, well, that's all well and good, but I want a monkey and a panda and maybe a little baby elephant. All right, we'll give you one of those as well. And also foliage that you've got in there. Print them off, use them as cake toppers if you want to go down that route as well. Imagine these as little cupcakes that you've got. Then you're thinking, well, I've got the animals, now I want the words. All right, bear with. So you've also got the words in there as well. So you've got a full uppercase alphabet. Okay, but you're thinking, well, I can't do everything uppercase, like I'm shouting at you. I'll give you lowercase as well then if you want lowercase. Maybe this is going to be one of your 4 of your pick and mix, and I'll also give you your ampersands in there. Maybe you want numbers. I have it all. You've got your ordinals in there, I've got numbers, I've got giraffes. Give me anything, throw it at me. No doubt I've got a die that will cover the occasion for you here. £29.97 across 2 interest-free flexible payments is what you were looking at from this one. Or go for that big bundle. Remember the storage that also goes on this, but the quickest and the easiest thing to do is jump to the website and have a little look. The brand new website as well, may I add, launched this afternoon. The brand new website that we've now got. Oh, look at that for little photos.
That's very smart.
We have gone up market. We've ordered a backdrop and everything. Look at all these that you can go for. Pick any 4. I think the hardest thing with this is picking your favourite 4. So if your budget will stretch, go for that complete collection. Over 10% of that complete collection now has already gone. Right then. I've got papers on the show. We've got sticker sheets on the show. I've got storage on the show. I've got all the dies on the show. So you've seen all my wares, that's all I've got to show you. So let's go over and see how we put this into action. Mel, I've already thought of a stumbling block though.
Okay, go on.
I've already, and I have to play devil's advocate because that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely.
So I get my dies.
Yes.
But I'm new to all this. I haven't got all the bells and whistles of the big craft rooms, and I haven't got all the, I've got a bit of paper, I've got a bit of cardstock. But what, can I still do all the amazing cards?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was making me smile the other day actually, because I remembered probably about 12 years ago now, I was asked to do what we used to call a pick of the day on Ideal World.
Oh, I remember them days.
That was a slog, that pick of the day. It was 11 live hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had 2 lots of 2 back-to-back, 3 back-to-back. And I got a phone call from one of the buyers one Friday morning and said, can you do a pick of the day on Tuesday? And I was like, well, I can, as long as you get the product to me for tomorrow. And of course, Saturday came and went, and Sunday came and went, and it never happened. And on Monday, it was punches from EK Success. And on Monday, the postman walked up the drive, and I was expecting this big box, and it was this big. And I thought, what on earth is in there? And I had 6 circle punches and 6 scallop circle punches, and that was it for 11 hours. Oh my God. And I was like, what am I going to do with that? And we came up with all sorts of different things. And I was determined that when I got these, I thought, right, I'm going to just add cardstock, basic circle, square, oval and rectangle dies.
Okay.
And then use the dies from the just in case. So I'm not going to add flowers and buttons and bows and ribbons and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to keep it really, really, really simple so that you can see whatever level you're at, whatever quantity of product you've got. I mean, I have a room that my husband lovingly calls the warehouse at home because it's got 30 years worth of craft stuff in it. But you don't have to have that. You could just buy one of these dies today and make a fabulous project with it. So that's what we're going to show you.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like.
Absolutely. So the first thing I want to do is just show you this sheet. This will appear in your account once you've purchased your die, and it will be the relevant one for the dies that you're buying. And these are what we call our reflection sheet. So it's the coloured artwork that you've got on there, and then this is your die. So you'll notice on the side there's this little tab and it says just in case. You can take that off if you want, but I leave mine on because it's a really good guide as to where the die goes, because as long as you put it over the top of that tab and everything else lines up perfectly over the top and you tape it in place, it's going to cut through in one pass. Now I'm new to the Couture Creations machine, so I'm just going to go with it and see what we need.
Okay.
But I've tried it and it cuts really, really well through this. This is printed on a 250. But you can print it on whatever medium you want to print it off on. So it might be fabric. So if you've got a machine that has a metal shim in it that you can use with fabric, then you could cut these out of fabric if you wanted to. And then we're just going to put this into here and press run. Keep our fingers crossed that it all comes out right at the other end, which I'm sure it will. So it's really lovely to bring you a one-day special, the first one-day special that I've done, and it's something that everybody can use. Maybe you're into your journaling and your little mini books and you want some little stickers to add in, or little die cuts to add in, just to add a little extra je ne sais quoi, shall we say,
like it.
to your
Italian.
projects.
I didn't know you're bilingual.
Oh, Adam, I'm a lot of weird and wonderful things, Adam. You know that very well. But you can see now we've got all these fabulous little die cuts that literally just come out like that. You don't need an A4 platform. You could use a smaller platform, absolutely. I think A5 would fit perfectly, but they're all on one plate, and I love that. And then you could put this, so when you get your die, it will come with a packet like this, an empty packet, a packet with your die in. Take it out of the packet, put the die on a piece of magnetic sheet inside your just in case, inside your CD case, and then put all your die cuts inside this packet so that when you take it off the shelf, you've got your die cuts there, you've got your die and you're ready to go. It's a really, really easy concept. And can you imagine how fabulous your shelves are going to look in your craft room with that whole row of CD cases with all these fabulous, fabulous image dies on them. Right, so let me just pop this to one side and get that out of the way. And we'll start to put our first card together because I wanted to do something with this, okay? So I'm going to bring this in now, and I'm going to talk you through what I've already done, because I didn't want you to sit there watching me cut out squares and cut out all the bits and pieces, because that's just boring, quite frankly. So I took a piece of 12 by 12 card, I cut it 6 inches across, and then I scored it at 6 inches. So if I open it out like this, I scored it 6 inches from the left, and then at 9 inches, so I've got a 6 inch, 3 inch, and 6 inch piece, and we're going to make an easel card. Then I looked at, I'm a big person for colour. I like colours to coordinate and work together. So I looked at my reflection image and I picked out the navy and the red. All right, so I wanted to go with those colours, and then obviously the white is the card base. So I've got 2 pieces of card. I've cut one at 5 3/4 inches because that will give me a 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and then one at 5 1/2 inches. So that's going to go inside my card, and that's going to cover that base part there. Okay, so let's now put some glue on the back of here. Now I like using wet glue because it gives me what I call a little bit of wiggle room. I'm good at getting things straight, but not necessarily first time. And when you're working with something like Pinflair bookbinding glue, because the nozzle is really, really, really fine, it never blocks completely so that you have to go in and cut the nozzle down. But you can get a little skin that forms on the top and it just seals it. But it's a really, really good quality glue, and I'm sure at some point we will have this on the website for you. So I'm just going to press that down firmly. So I've now got that nice white border all the way around the outside, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with my red. And I've gone for more of a darker tone of red because the images are quite, not vintage, but they have that kind of look to them. They're not really bright and bold colours. Yeah. I didn't think a bright red would work really well, so that's what I went with this one. So we're going to decorate the front part of this first of all. So on here, now I've got a mark on my card, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cover it over. So what I did was I took one of the sheets, the background sheets from the paper pack, and these are really, really cool. It's really good to have this with you. So I cut just around the clouds there, like so. Let's see if I've got my craft knife with me, but I don't think I put it in my... Oh yes, I did. Excellent. Right, so better organised than I thought, which is unusual for me. It's usually a little bit chaotic. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to leave a little black border, and I'm going to cut around the edge of this cloud like this. So I'm using a glass mat. I find it much easier cutting on a glass mat because all that pressure that you're putting on isn't going into a hard rubber, or a hard plastic, which is what a self-healing mat is, but you will find your way. And I'm just going to go around the edge of that. Now I'm not going to cut the whole thing out because I'm going to use a die, but I wanted to show you.
Just while
what
Mel
I did.
cuts that other one out, let me quickly give you the details because you're getting loads in this pack. You're getting 24 sheets in the bundle, 16 200 GSM cardstock, and 8 140 GSM vellum included as well. Loads of the designs obviously mix and match really well. You've got from the planets, you've got over the rainbow in there. I love that one. You've got the green fields, you've got the sort of the cowboys scenario that's in there that you'll see in a minute. You've got volcanoes in there. You've got the mermaid lagoon. You've got under the sea. There is something for everyone, and then you get your vellum, which is the same, but it's in vellum form. So now imagine your vellum, but with the lights behind. So now you can see that it's just not your cardstock, you use your vellum. So now you could have that volcano erupting with light with your figures on the front. £14.99, 353237 is that item number for that one. So it's worth having a little look if I was you, because it is absolutely beautiful and it's good quality cardstock. What we got there, Mel did say about the stickers. I've got the cardstock as well, so I have your pure print and stick. You're getting 50 sheets in total for £19.98. Remember though, you've got it on 3 flexible payments if you're going for that big bundle. If not, you can split that into 2 with Flextravaganza. 843142 is that item number. Print your downloads onto that, you're good to go. Then you've just got ready-made stickers that you can just put anywhere on those cards or give them to the kids. Right then, let's get back to demo.
Right, so what I didn't want to do was to use just a circle die and cut it like that, because you're going to lose the clouds, and I don't want you to lose the clouds. I want to keep those clouds in. So I'm going to turn the die over so that the flat edge is facing up, and I tucked the die behind like that. So it's going to cut here where it's touching the card. It's going to miss there because the cutting edge is underneath the cloud, and then round here and then underneath that one.
It was like it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And we have the our nesting dies in here.
Indeed.
And they're about 2 mil apart from each other, which is really close. We're pushing the technology so you can mix any two. So look at these now. So I cut that out, and this is what you get, okay? Which is fabulous. So let's pop that to one side. I then use the next one up, and I use the same red that I had used before, and I'm going to just stick that onto there like so, okay? So it's great fun. Honestly, I had so much fun. And do you know what? Sometimes I can't even begin to tell you how much craft stuff I have from 30 years worth of crafting, but it's a lot. But sometimes when you limit yourself just to a few things, it makes you more creative.
I suppose because you haven't got everything to your disposal.
No, absolutely. And what happens when you've got lots and lots and lots of stuff, you get that mental block because you don't know where to start because there's too much, and you're like, I have no idea what I'm going to start. And then it goes to, I'm rubbish at crafting, I can't do it. You put it away, you give up, and you think it's you. Just limit yourself now and again to just a few things. Basic shape dies, background papers, bit of card, and maybe 1 or 2, a few of the die sets, and you'll be good to go. It makes a massive difference, and it does make you think outside of the box a bit more, and I love that.
This is one of these collections that if you, and I'm not urging you, I'm not here to poke and prod you and spend your money, that's not what I do, but I think this is one of these collections that will grow. So I can now see like travel things coming up, I can see cars coming up, I can see buzzes and things like that. So I can see this as a travel card. So as in a good look on your travels, things like that, like passports, sundown lounges.
Absolutely.
And I think once you have a collection, you're going to really start enjoying that collection, because then this will work with this will work with that. Almost 20%, did I hear? 20% of the complete collection now already gone.
Oh, well done, everybody. You are going to love it, and it's great fun. And then what I'll do, I'll get told off for this, but what I'll do is, I'm not in the office next week, but the week after, I'll take all the cards that we make and I'll get them to photograph them and put them up for you so that you can get some inspiration as we go through. So I've got, look at this, I'm having him upside down like he's floating, defying gravity. Isn't this fabulous? Bit of foam tape on the back.
Penny slider cards, things like that.
Absolutely. You could really, really go to town with this, or you could keep it really simple. And you know what, if like me, you're a nana or a grandma and the children love crafting with you, then absolutely they're going to love this. I have a little granddaughter called Alice Rose. Oh. You'll hear a lot about Alice Rose. She's a little mini-me, and she's a crafter. That's her thing.
My little one's got in, since I've worked here, my little one's got into crafting now.
If she meets somebody new, she introduces herself as, hi, I'm Alice Rose Heaton and I'm a crafter.
That's good. That's nice.
No, she's so full of herself, it's hilarious. So now I'm going to pop this just behind here. So I've got these planets. So I've cut the planets, again, out of that background paper, look here. And I've used the circle dies because I don't care how good you are at crafting, cutting a circle out with a pair of scissors is not easy at all. So I've just used the circle dies to cut those planets out. And then what I also do is I always go around the edge with a marker pen, because if you've cut something out, whether it's with a die or with a pair of scissors, you'll end up with a white edge. So if you just take the chisel end of a marker pen and you just go around the outside edge like that, it separates it from the background layer, so it almost looks like a foam mat layer. Looks like you could put it onto black cardstock, but you haven't. So it saves you on cardstock, it saves the weight on your card, but it just separates the layers. Especially when if you're using lots of pattern papers together, it can become quite overwhelming. So just going around the edge like that with something is really cool. So I've got those on now, and I'm just going to pop another couple of planets, one tucked under here. I'm going to put that flat. So my little astronaut is flying over the top of it. And then I've got a little world that I'm just going to pop up here. Okay, so we're just going to stick that down there like so. So then I was like, right, I need something in the middle. So I've got a rocket here, and we've got all the little pieces to decoupage this up. So I just cut two and I snipped along the line. Now if I turn this over, you'll be able to see there's little cut lines there, the detail lines. All you do is cut along one of those and you snip that off and you've got your decoupage layer. And then we've got 3D foam on the back of here. And again, if you struggle putting things down straight first time, 3D foam, depending on the quality that you can get, can be really, really over sticky. So put a little bit of glue on the back, wet glue on the back, and then stick it down because it gives you that room to manoeuvre, if you like. And then we've got the little bits here as well. And reverse tweezers always come in really, really, really handy. And I never used tweezers. I didn't like them. I couldn't cope with them because I have problems with dexterity, just keeping something squeezed like that. Whereas with reverse tweezers, you don't need to keep them squeezed.
I want to say we've got tweezers on the show.
I'm sure you will have them on the website somewhere.
Yeah, they're on the website. I remember seeing them earlier.
And then we can put our rocket in there.
Little toolkit with the real craft nice as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So you've got everything on the show. Everything that you need is on this show, so take advantage of everything that we've got.
Especially where you've got Flexi. Spread that cost. That's what we do as crafters, isn't it? We're clever shoppers. Look at that. So you've got your little rocket in the middle.
Look at this.
Right, so now what we're going to do is do our band that is going to go across here, because if I just do that, it will just slide down. We need what we call a stopper here, right? So I'm going to turn around, then you can see. We need to put a stopper across here so that that easel will stand up. So I've cut another piece of the navy card, and I've got lots of bits and bobs, and we're going to look at the alphabet and the numbers now, which are really cool. Now if you're like me and your eyes are a little bit wonky, you can use a ruler, and I put tape on my ruler so I can tape it into place while I'm doing it. So I've got number 4 first of all, and always lay it out. If you're not into using a ruler, just use the bottom of your glass mat and maybe work to one of the lines that goes right the way through, but I know I can get it central because there's not many letters. And we're going to put 4 and then today. And the alphabets are really useful. You know, if you're somebody that makes cards and you like to personalise, there's nothing better than a homemade card, except a homemade card that's personalised. Because somebody's not only given you their time to make it, but they've thought about you as they're making it, and that's really special. So I'm just now picking up all these, and I like this font because it's quite generic. It's not feminine, it's not masculine, it's not too old, it's not too young, it's just right for all the dies. Now I'm putting a little bit of glue on the back of my hand. I apologise if you don't like people doing that, but it's the easiest way, because if I put it on a glass mat and I forget to clean it off, it drives me bonkers because it sets like concrete.
Do you know what would be even easier?
What would be
Just
even
turn them
easier?
into stickers.
It would. You're
Turn
quite
them into
right.
stickers with the sticky sheets that you've got there. Because remember, you're going to get your reflections as well. So you're going to get your reflections. They're all on the website. They'll be under downloads. Once you go into your account, they will be there. So you can turn everything that you see here into big old stickers.
Isn't that fabulous?
Which is good. So if you don't like the glues, if you haven't got all the bells and whistles, you haven't got the glues and bits, and you're just starting out,
Yep.
what a collection.
Absolutely. It's great fun, isn't it? And then we're going to bring you a whole range of products with the Just In Case range, because I think it's a really cool concept. And I love the fact that there's going to be loads and loads of you in the country, just in your craft rooms with CD cases behind you full of goodies to craft with, because I think that's a really cool idea. Right, I'm just going to straighten that deep because I'm a bit wonky.
I found another stumbling block.
Oh, go on then.
I'm with you on this one. I'm there, I'm one step ahead. So, yeah, I get the downloads, but the downloads are going to run out after 30 days, aren't they? So I'll go into my account and I'll have so many times to use them, and I can only use them 3 or 4 times. Or are they downloadable for life?
No, they're downloadable for life.
So I haven't got a set amount that I can print them off. I can just constantly keep printing them off whenever I need them.
Do you know what? At Highlight Crafts, we're crafters. And we get it. We get what you need, because we are you. Let me tell you, I spent a fortune on this channel and I've only been here a week. It's like Stephanie and I last night were looking and we're like, oh, should we buy that? I'm like, no, stop it. She's like, no, come on, let's treat ourselves. It's going to be lethal. It's like this whole new world has just opened up of, possibilities. So yeah, the warehouse might become a double layered warehouse at home. So now what I've done is I'm just going to pull this across. Now I've taken this width so that it goes to the edge of the navy of the mat at the back, so it's a continual line. And I've used the little world as the O, so then we can stand that up. So now we just need to add some extra little embellishments inside. So let's have our little astronaut just stood up there like that. How simple is this? And you know what, as crafters, we all have bit boxes, don't we?
Yeah.
And every time we put a piece of card into a bit box, we promise ourselves that we'll use it. And we never do. And now you can, because you can absolutely go to town with this. I'm going to put that rocket in as well. Let's just go for it,
I'm thinking like cake toppers.
Oh, it'd be fabulous for that.
Little cupcake toppers, like
Absolutely.
parties. You've got ready-made parties good to go with these.
It'll be just great fun, isn't it? And great to do with the craft with the children as well. It's really important that we get our children away from the televisions now and again and get them crafting and doing something that's, a little bit more creative than playing on gaming, which is one of my Alice's favourite things to do. She's a proper
But it's quick and easy to jump on the phone. It's quick and easy to jump on the tablet. But when you actually get them engaged, they also talk more.
Yes, they do.
They talk and they tell you stuff that they'd never normally tell you. But it's because they're away from the telly. It's because they're away. And for £29.97 across 2 flexible payments, this is going to be yours. Maybe once again, everyone's budget is different. I understand that.
Absolutely.
But you've got the choice. It would have been quite easy for Mel and Steph to go, well, you can get these 4 because they work together, the mermaid, the unicorn, the fairy. Get them 3 and we'll stick a random one in like the cat. But no, you are the designer. You can now pick your favourite. If you want to go for animals, you just do animals. If you want to go for fantasy, you just do fantasy. Which means your money goes further. Which means you'll buy and you'll craft more because you're crafting what you enjoy.
Yeah. And you don't always want to buy a big collection of fairies, do you? Or a big collection of mermaids, or a big collection of unicorns. You want to just pick and choose and just have something in your craft stash, so that when you're walking down the street and your friend or your next door neighbour goes, oh, have you got something for a 4-year-old little boy or a 4-year-old little girl? You can say, actually, yes, I have, and it's in my stash. Now look, so all we're going to do now is turn this round, and you've got a card that when you open it up, you've got all those little characters in there as well for today, and then you just stand that up and that becomes your easel card. Simple bit of card, 1 sheet of the backing paper, the alphabet and the reflection, and I think that's really, really, really simple to do. Any of you, whether you've been crafting for 3 hours or 33 years, it doesn't matter. You can get something out of this collection.
And I reckon anyone could do that.
Absolutely.
Anyone. So
even
if you've just switched over now, anyone, even myself and my little one, even me, and I've just started on this journey. You know my journey. I like to dabble. I dabble here, I dabble there. But I think even I could do this.
Absolutely.
And this would even work with my new favourite passion as well. This would have worked. Pebble art.
Pebble
I've just found pebble art.
Oh,
I started last week. I absolutely adore it. But it would work because I can now create scenes. I can now create scenes with these, and you can as well. Right then, we're going to do a quick whiz down. I'll show you some finished samples this time. So the mermaid, I've got the boards for though. I just contradict what I said. So it comes on 1 die plate is what you're getting, but there is multiple cutouts on there. So every time you pass this through, this is what you're going to be cutting out. So every time you pass it through, this is what you're going to get. But remember, every time you pass this through, these are free. So download them every single time. Each A4 sheet will vary, but I'm guessing there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 a sheet.
Yep.
4 on A4 page. So that is 4 times run through your die machine. You have got a lot of mermaids to go through on that one. So that is your mermaids. Then you've got your unicorns. Now, with your unicorns, oh, look at these. Just look. You can go from the simplest cards, which are also a beautiful cards. You could go glitz and glam. I can also see these as carousel horses.
Yeah.
Would be absolutely stunning as little carousel horses. Is there something? Oh my! Oh no! Oh my word! I'm getting excited. Look at that! Look at the depth that you're getting on these. I'm gonna have to speed up. I'll be here all day. Right then, from there we then move on to fairies. That you've got. Loving these. So you've got your fairies and your numbers on that one, but that's just with your fairies. Obviously, you can add your flowers if you want to go down that route. From there, we move on to your cats. Like the cats as well. Because I reckon you could go quite jungle with these and use these as leopards as well.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Absolutely.
If you wanted to go down that route.
I've actually done a Valentine's card with that says, "To my Mr. Perfect."
Oh, bless her. From there we go to dogs as well. This is more my Valentine's Day card. Look, there you go. So you've got the little dog. You're in the doghouse again. So you've got your little dogs on there. Love these. From your dogs, you've got your bunnies. This has been the busiest by far. You are absolutely adoring the bunnies that you've got on there. Look at those. But I think they would also work with your 2 red robins.
Yes, they would.
So that would also, you can now sort of see, you're now starting to cross the brands. From there, we're going under the sea with your sea creatures that you've got. So you've got your turtles, your seahorses, you've got more of your coral, but remember you've got coral in your mermaids as well, will work. Then we can also go to your conch shells and go to all your shells that you've got. Once again, it's all going to work. Now, I've only got boards for some of these ones until I get down to some of the cards, but you've got things like your fish. So you've got your Nemos, you all like your clownfishes, so you've got your films in there as well. If your kids like dinosaurs, who doesn't like a dinosaur? Everyone loves a dinosaur, but you've got your dinosaurs as well. So now you can get the kids to colour their own dinosaurs, or you can use these as stickers for kids. But imagine party bags and things like that. You go onto that one shop, beginning with E, on the website, little businesses. You just search little gifts like these. Little stickers, they cost an absolute fortune. I'm not going to lie, they really, really do. Because it's time and it's effort, but you can do this as well. But you can make cards to sell. £29.97 for your pick and mix. Then we've got, I think this is my favourite. We're not allowed favourites, but I like the little cowboys. Look at those. They're so cute. That reminds me of a nursery card, maybe. Maybe you're going to do a journal for when they're little to when they're older. Then we can go down the farm. I just want to show this one because I saw this earlier. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Oh my word, that is absolutely beautiful. It really is stunning that you've got on there. From there, we're doing well. From there, we've also got windmills. If you want to go down the windmill route, because you could sort of extend this as well if you wanted to. You could do something that looks like this a lot. £29.97. From there, we're going on the farm. Newborn baby cards. That's cute. So's that. Look at that. Loving that. You've got holidays in there, so you've got everything covered. All aspects are covered with this collection. This is what we're trying to say. Then you've got the sloths, like this as well. Look at that. You imagine a couple of fairy lights behind that. £29.97. Choose any 4. Sloths and rabbits. See, you wouldn't get it anywhere else. Only here, only in your world. Then we've got giraffes. It's a girl. I like this as well. Look at that. But you could do slider cards, mover cards, penny whistle cards. £29.97. 961390 is your item number for your pick and mix of 4. There is a larger collection as well. You want to go to the jungle? We can do your jungle. From there, we can do your uppercase. We've got lowercase, and you've also got your numbers as well. All of that, you can choose any 4, or it's 4 for the price of 3 is what you're getting on this one. Or I can also do you a big bundle as well. The details for that are at the bottom screen. Let me bring them up here for you, okay? Because there are 3 flexible payments on this, and there's a Freedom price as well. So not only are you saving £30, but if you're a Freedom member, you're saving £42.73. It works out to be £5.45 per die set. And there's multiple dies on them, and I reckon you could quite easily sell these cards for that sort of price, for around a £5 for the amount of things that you're getting on there. So you're going to make your money back straight away. straight away from this. Right then, that's enough from me. Let's get back to another demo.
Okay, two things I just want to say first before we get started on another demo is one, a huge thank you to the design team. We've got a brand new design team at Highlight Crafts,
amazing.
and they've done an amazing job, so thank you so much. And then I just wanted to show you this because earlier on we printed one of these on a sticker sheet. We used exactly the same die, and then on the back there's it's like a crackback sticker. So you then just peel off the backing and you've got a sticker. Now my die cutting machine that I've got at the house in Peterborough where we stay when we come down here is covered in unicorns and mermaids and fairies. But how fabulous is that? So you can then just, I might get in trouble for this, but I'm like Adam, I don't care.
Do it.
And then you can just pop it onto your die cutting machine
this.
or your lunchbox. I mean, obviously they're not washable unless you seal them. If you seal them with something like Mod Podge, then you could probably get away with it. But just how fabulous is that for the children? They're gonna love it. Right, so let's go into the world of sloths. I love a sloth. All chilled out, all calm, and I thought this, even though it's quite a young image, I thought this would be really good for a retirement card or a granddad card or Father's Day or, you know, whatever you like. And I'm a bit of a devil in the fact that I don't use standard size cards. And if someone says, well, how do you get an envelope? I make an envelope.
Very true. You're a crafter.
Because I'm a crafter, so I can. So all I've done is cut 2 pieces of white card and I've put an extra inch on the top of one of them and scored across here. Now, very soon we are going to have, in my opinion, the best trimmer in the world on this channel.
Ooh.
If I told you, just imagine if I told you that you could buy a trimmer and you never, ever, 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 ever needed to buy a new blade for it.
Oh.
How amazing would that be?
That would be good.
Wouldn't it? Coming to a TV screen.
Near you very, very soon.
Very, very soon.
It's worth having a little look. Mermaids are busy now. Busy for the mermaids.
Right, lovely. So I've just folded that over and we've now got our card blank. So when I'd done a demonstration with the jungle paper and I had these extra little bits left over, and being a crafter, decided not to put them in the bit box this time, but use them on a project. So I pulled out the colours of card that matched this. So I've gone for the really dark green here. I've then gone for more of the mid green, but a little bit brighter, just to lift the whole thing. And then almost like this yellowy green, it's verging in between a lime and almost like a bright citrus yellow, but it picks up the colours perfectly. So because I am obsessed with colour, I can't have an orange red with a blue red. It makes my toes curl. I can't do it. It just doesn't work in my world. So always use your backing papers to match your card to, and go into that bit box and find all the scraps and do something fabulous with it. So let's start to build the background first. So I'm going to go for the darkest at the back. Now, if you have a dark colour at the back, everything that you put on top of it will be pushed forward, because dark colours pull back and they push everything that's on top of them forward. And that's if you're a scrapbooker, if you're into home decor, if you do your mixed media, if you're putting cushions in a room, curtains, everything. Dark colours recede and then light colours push forward. So I'm going to put the dark at the back like that. And again, I've gone around the edge with a marker pen, and I've actually used a really dark grey rather than a black, because it's not as harsh. So I've got that one on there. Then I'm going to go for my lighter colour. So you can see you've just now got that little frame. Now you could, if you were more frugal than I am, cut the middle out of that with a rectangle die. And then you just have a frame and nobody's going to know, because you're going to put another piece of card over the top. But it's my card, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm all right to use it. But I get that at home, you know, you're going to be more frugal with your card stock. So I'm going to pop that down. Now I haven't put a line around this one because it makes it a little bit different. Rather than having them all with the same colour around the edge, I thought, no, you know what, we'll just have that one. And then this one is going to go on the front. And I've just left a very, very small edge around there, so you can just see that little bit of that yellow coming through. So I'm going to put this down on here, and then I'm going to talk to you about how I built this card, how I decided what was going where, and the layout of it. So I'm going to pop this on here. So I knew that a sloth is very slow, and it's very chilled out, and it's very laid back, and it's relaxing, and it likes sleeping, and it's just a lovely, lovely creature. So I put this, thought, right, I want chill out at the top. So I positioned this piece of paper here, and then I put the letters across here, all right? So I thought, right, that's going to go there. So I put chill out there. Then I thought I'm going to have another one here like that. And I worked around the bits of paper that I had. And then I thought, right, we can put another one there. So I'd put a little bit of low tack tape on the back of those and positioned those where they were, and then got all my letters cut out. So I've put chill out, relax, sleep coming down, breathe going across, and then we're going to put calm at the bottom of here. So I'm going to bring those letters in now, and then we'll start to build the imagery. So again, a bit of glue on the back of my hand. Just always remember, if you do this, to wash it off before you go to the supermarket, because I nearly gave one of the ladies on the checkout a heart attack one day. And she went,
left it on the back.
"Oh, is your hand really sore?" And I just started to peel it. I went, "It's all right, it's just glue." But she nearly fell off a chair. She was like, "Oh." I'm like, "It's fine, it's just glue. I just forgot." So yeah, just make sure before you go out, you wash the glue off. So you can use a ruler. I'm okay with by eye, but if you feel happier using a ruler, then by all means, and especially if you're doing a longer word, because calm is fine, it's a short word, but if you're doing birthday or anniversary, then, you know, try and use a ruler. It's quite simple to do. Right, so I've now got my layout, so I'm happy with that the way it is. So I'm going to stick these into place now, and then we're going to bring in our fabulous sloths. And this would be this would be great, you know, for Father's Day. So I could give this to Jack and Alice, my grandchildren, to give to their daddy for Father's Day. Chill out, relax. That's never going to happen.
Yeah, no, never.
Not when you've got children.
No.
But yeah, it's quite funny. So in here as well, like that, and then on here as well. So just a bit of glue around the edges, make sure it's stuck down nice and firmly, and we're going to position that in there. So give that a good press. And I never take the wet glue right to the edge for the simple reason that when you then press it down, it can splodge out, and you don't want that, because even if it dries clear, it will leave a mark on your work, and you don't want that. So now I'm going to bring in these fabulous, fabulous sloths. I think these are just amazing. And we've got one, I love this one, this is my favourite one, that's just fast asleep like that. Look, he's just like, you can just see he's just, yeah, given in, hasn't he? And just everything, if you tried to lift him up now, he'd weigh a ton, wouldn't he? Because he's just, yeah, floppy. Then I'm going to have this one here, like this. So this is the one with the little one inside, which is another reason why it would be really, really good for Father's Day or Mother's Day. And then I'm going to have this one over here. And I'm not worrying about them coming over the edge, because I think it looks really quite nice. It looks like they're all on a branch together then. So I'm going to stick these down here, and I'm just going to keep it flat, because I know that some people are very aware of postage costs, and if you start putting lots of dimension on something, you then pay more. But because you've got the pattern papers behind it, you don't necessarily need to put depth in there as well. It kind of does the job for you, which is great. So I'm just going to pop this now in the middle of here. So I'm going to tuck that branch in there so it looks like it's continuing. And then I'm going to put this one over here on this side, and their faces are just gorgeous. They're so sweet and smiley and gentle and soft that you can't help smile.
I like the way the die's cut right to the edge as well. You don't get that white line. You are getting that perfect precision cut every single time.
Yeah, we make sure that everything's done properly at Highlight Crafts. So then I'm bringing this one from over here. So I'm going to balance it by bringing it over here, because if I put it over here, you've got two underneath each other, and it's nice to just create a diagonal and balance it. And I don't mind that the leaves are going over the E and coming into the next one. And then I'm going to bring this little monkey here, or little sloth, down here, because he's just super cute. And then you've just got that one that goes horizontally across your card. They are so much fun to do, and you don't have to have lots of stuff. That's the great thing about having dies like this. You might only ever make a dozen sloth cards, but if you make and sell, how fabulous is it to be able to offer that? So make one like this, put it in a portfolio, take it to the craft fairs, because we're out and about a bit more now, aren't we? I've actually just put one of the little branches just behind there, because I wanted to just extend it down a little bit. Put it in a portfolio and then take it to your craft fair, and you can take orders. You know, maybe you make and sell for charity. which is a fabulous, fabulous thing to do. Why not do that? Now I've got some little spaces here that I want to fill. So I've taken 3 of the little pieces and I've just attached them to each other at the back. So that then comes down here. It doesn't look like it's just randomly stuck. So if I, for example, I just put that one there, it would look a bit odd.
Yeah.
Whereas by trailing it and following the line down from the rectangle, it makes more sense. And then just a little bit of glue on the back. So just dabbing that glue on the back like that, and just tucking that, coming from the E there, and just wrapping its way round like that. And then we've got another little one here which I could just put, let's have a look, maybe there, just coming there, out of there on that side like that. And then I think that as a Father's Day or a retirement or a, you know, whatever kind of card you want is lovely. And then always on the inside I like to just put a little reminder. So we'll pop that down there on that one, because it's got the little baby with it. So whether that's Father's Day or Mother's Day or new baby or whatever it is, I think that's super cute. And then I also like to put one on the back, because you're getting that coloured artwork. It just looks really lovely. So it could have handmade by, and then the little sloth. So follow it through, because it's not, you know, it's a bit of paper and card, but it could add an extra 50p onto the price of your card. And it also
looks professional.
It does.
It takes your work to your next level.
So then you've got your, and that's just using the alphabet and the sloth. The alphabets are invaluable, because when you've got alphabets, you've got letters, and you've got letters, you've got words. So you can personalise everything, which is great.
You really have, in theory, that is using 3 die sets. You've got the sloths, you've got the uppercase, and you've also got the lowercase as well. And then you've still got 1 to play with. So maybe you go for the giraffes, and then you can change when they get. If you want, definitely you want to throw in the paper pack that you're going to get in here. There's 24 sheets in total. You're getting vellum and also cardstock in there. This is the cardstock you're looking at. You're also getting the vellum of exactly the same. So you've got all that scenery that you need, from space to that beautiful brisk walk that you've got in here, to the beautiful country fields as well. You've got your Wild West scenes, and then you've got the beautiful volcano. There is so much scope with these. And it's a brand that's just going to grow and grow and grow. It is a brand new today. It is a world launch. And I said I've been in craft for a while, as in behind and in front of the camera. I've been here for 2.5 years now, but I've never seen anything to this concept before. Yes, I've seen dies and I've seen the sheets that you put, but I've never seen it all in this little bundle. This whole bundle that you've got in here, you've got a whole scene. So you have got cards, as I said, for him, for her, whether you're 5 to 95, I think you'll be able to be creating something out of this. Whether you're just starting out with a card blank and you print them off and you stick them on, it is still a card, it is still crafting. But then you can embellish, you can go even more, turn them into cake toppers, start sewing them and printing them onto calico. Start using them as little patches for that little denim jacket or something that you want to go. Busy for the one-day special that we're looking at as well. The one-day special that you've got the papers, as I said before, those are the vellums that you're looking at. But your one-day special, you can choose any 4. Now the reflections will be available. They will be in your account on your website. It may take up to 24 hours. Don't panic there right now, because remember, we have to upload them to your account. We've been busy this hour, but you will get them in the next 24 hours. So do not worry about that, because you can't really do much with them because you haven't got the dies. So they will be there. So don't worry about that. You will get those reflection sheets in the next 24 hours. But whether you go for 4 of these or you go for all 21 of these, the choice is yours. The big collection is now currently, the details are at the bottom of the screen, 904078 for that big collection. Or you've got them, choose any 4. 961390 is your item number for this one. You can pick any 4 of these designs, and remember, it comes with that sheet as well that you've got. So you've got things like your numbers, you've got your lowercase, you've got your uppercase. As Mel said, invaluable. You need all of those that you want to do, all of those. From there, you've then got your animals. Love these. Just using these, do exactly the same card that Mel just did, but do it in these. It's going to give you a totally different look. From there, you've then also got giraffes. You've got mum, you've got dad, you've got baby that you've got. And you've also got your added extras of your leaves, which will work with some of the papers that you've seen earlier. You've then got things like the sloths. Love them. Absolutely adore them because they are, once again, for family cards, for Father's Day. You don't want that generic football player or that really old sports card that's got a slightly blurry background, or that beer tankard. That's the only card you can get, or that one lonesome golf club, because we all play golf with just one golf club. Not that I've ever played, I wouldn't know how to. Or that one lonesome cricket player, you know, that's on the massive pitch and there's nobody else around him. There's just him bowling a ball to himself. You know, you don't want cards like that anymore. With the numbers and these sorts of cards, you can really create your own. Things like, I can see loads of cards just in this. You have got, you've got your mums, you've got your dads, you've got your babies in there, Easter's, new baby cards, kitchens and things like that, home decor, remember. You don't have to be cards, you've got home decor. We've got a minute and a half, let's see if we can rattle through these, let's do it. So, you have got your, I love this as well, your windmills that you've got in this. These are your farm buildings. From your farm buildings, you've got your farm animals. From farm animals, you've got cowboys. Then from cowboys, you've also got your spaceman. Then you've got your dinos included. Then you've also got fish included in that as well. From your fish, you've then also got shells. From shells, you've got your sea life that you've got in there. Then we've also got bunnies, loving the bunnies. Then you've got dogs. From dogs, you need your cats as well. Then you need your fairies. From your fairies, you also need your unicorns. And from unicorns, you've also got your mermaids as well. Well done, team. From that, that was clever. You've got all of that and much, much more. I've only got about a minute left. Mel, sum it all up for me. For those people that are umming and ahhing, yep. It is a brand new brand. It's a brand new company. What would you say to those people that are still sitting on the fence?
So I would say to you that as a crafty, you want lots of variety in what you're doing. You don't want to just stick to one thing. You want to try lots of different things. So just in case you need to make a mermaid card, just in case you want to make a retirement card with sloths on it, it's a really nice price point for you to get into the brand and just pick and choose without having to buy a big bundle of mermaids or a big bundle of fairies or loads of astronauts. So it's nice that you can pick and choose what you want, and then if you want to store them in the CD cases, just in case.
It's all there. It's all there for you, and it's a brand that's going to grow and grow and grow. I think I'm with you at 4 o'clock.
I think you are tomorrow.
For Final Cut. It's been a pleasure, Mel. Thank you ever so much.
It's my pleasure.
Absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Don't you go anywhere. There is so much more to shop for you. I've got a happy hour next that you do not want to miss. Check out